From the Alabama Community College System, I'm Elijah Baker, and you're listening to Access Granted. Nurses. You're bound to encounter them at any stage of your lifetime. And you're bound to have at least one that you'll always remember for their kindness and care. They have the ability to make a lasting impact on a patient's life, even when the news is hard to accept.
I go down the hall 2 days later and I meet another lady, and she's sad and despondent. And I'm like, what's going on? And how can I help you today? And she starts telling me that she lost her husband 6 weeks earlier, and she's just so distraught in grief.
Peggy Benson started out 45 years ago in the emergency room as the only overnight registered nurse in her unit.
I actually had lost my son not long before her. It was an appointment to keep for both of us, and we sat and we prayed together. You will make many opportunities and have many opportunities like that to lift someone up, to help them, to encourage them. It's not all physical. Some of it is emotional, and these people are suffering. You will help relieve their suffering.
Relief is a feeling we can all relate to.
It is those LPNs who kept me sane on nights that we were so busy I didn't think we could make it.
This is the reality of our healthcare industry. Alabama faces a shortage of nurses as departures of seasoned nurses exceed the number of new nurses entering the workforce. Though it's tough to think about a world without nurses, what if there's something you could do to combat the shortage? That will make a difference. On this episode, a class of nursing apprentices donned their white coats, marking the beginning of their journey to provide the care we want for ourselves and for our families.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the LPN Launch Program's first pinning ceremony. I am Trinity Carlisle, a student in this cohort. Huntsville Hospital and J.F. Drake State had a trailblazing idea to make becoming a nurse more accessible. We all heard about the program in various ways.
19 apprentices were selected, and all 19 of them were on the brink of achieving their dream to become licensed practical nurses.
I remember the very first day, walking in and seeing the cohort for the first time. I was late that day. An awesome start to the program. Little did I know that we would get the ball rolling immediately. The first semester was like no other schooling I have ever attended. Nursing school is hard, and I underestimated the commitment and dedication that was needed. It was overwhelming, but you know what I never felt? Alone.
Healthcare employers received the green light to team up with nursing programs in the Alabama Community College System for nursing apprenticeships in 2022 to combat the nursing shortage. Coastal Alabama and Gaston State community colleges were the first to offer nursing apprenticeships in Alabama. During the initial phase, 30 apprentices played a pivotal role in filling nursing vacancies across 4 employers in those regions. Governor Ivey said it best.
Make no mistake about it. The work you have done and your future contributions to our state's healthcare system will change lives for the better. Your hard work does not go without recognition, and I wish each of you all the best in your new careers. I was proud to allocate $2 million to the Alabama Community College System to create programs like this across our state. But this is only the beginning.
In Huntsville Hospital, Chief Operating Officer Tracy Doty calls it a win-win.
You'll be a piece of the puzzle that help pushes us forward as this community grows. We have about 10,000 people a year move into the area, and they'll all need health care at some point.
Huntsville is the biggest city in Alabama and one of the fastest growing cities in the Southeast.
I never thought in my career that I would see nurses as apprentices, but what a welcome it has been for us. Our health system has been around since 1895, and Drake has been in existence since 1961. And both our organizations are here for the community. But in both those organizations, there have been key moments in time, key moments in history that define who we are. I call them breakthroughs, innovations, and this program is definitely one. We've had several hospitals from the state and outside our region call and ask, how did you do this? Show us your blueprint. Lets us know we're setting a standard for others across the country. For the students, some of you had a tougher road than others, but you know what? You're all here, all together, all 19. I have alter egos, and today I am Oprah. You have a job, you have a job, you have a job, and you have a job.
They're available all over the state. Researchers at the National Library of Medicine say higher shortages are seen in different areas depending on the specialty of nursing. Some areas have real deficits when looking at critical care nurses, labor and delivery, and other specialties. In the beginning, you heard Peggy Benson share her experiences in the emergency room. Now, she's leading the Alabama Board of Nursing to support the industry she has always cherished.
I've had several of the CNOs, which are the chief nursing officers, and some of the chief executive officers call me and tell me on the side that this has turned out to be everything that they had hoped it would be. It's truly helping their recruitment efforts.
The Alabama Board of Nursing and the Alabama Community College System rapidly approved 12 standalone LPN programs, with more opportunities in the pipeline, such as the Medication Assistant Certified Program.
All of this is to support the nurse at the bedside and to help them to be able to do all the things that they need to get done that requires a nurse and nursing knowledge to do. Our goal is to help the nurses the best that we can, to get more nurses in the pipeline, realizing we want them to continue their education and not stop at the LPN level. We want them to eventually go back and seek their RN as well.
Well, I've never been in healthcare before this. And at first it was overwhelming because I felt like I knew nothing. But it was really cool because I had these amazing instructors that were willing to sit down with us, and they worked with us until we understood it. There was new math. Math was not the same like I always knew. There's like nursing math, which was hard to catch on to. It was just all new.
But one thing stuck out that Trinity will never forget.
Every day when we left the hospital, we had to keep a journal and talk about what we learned that day, what we did that day, what skills we practiced, what was a negative of the shift. And our teachers read them and they encouraged us through them. And it's really nice to look back and be like, wow, like I was so scared about insulin, and now I give insulin shots all the time.
Just to finally see the things that you've been working on come to fruition and to be successful is always exciting.
Nurses are superstars. They have always been. I firmly believe there is nothing a nurse can't do. As you can see from my background, I've done a little bit of everything.
To my fellow classmates, we did it. As we transition on to making our mark throughout the hospital as licensed practical nurses, there is a comfort in knowing that in times of uncertainty and lack of confidence, there are 18 others who we can still call on. I cannot wait to see where this career takes each and every one of you. I charge you to be a lifelong learner, to give back to the community, and be change agents. Imagine the impact we all will have throughout our careers on each patient's lives. Never forget how it began. 19 in and 19 out.
100% retention. There's a reason nurses have been ranked the most trusted profession for 2 decades. An estimated 400 nursing apprentices across 17 colleges have served with nurses at more than 60 healthcare facilities. The strength of partnership with Alabama's community colleges ensures that our children, siblings, parents, and extended family members have a caring support system in place when they need it most. This is Access Granted. Special thanks to the ACCS communications team, Ebony Horton Bradley for her guidance, Russell Moore for script editing, and Ty Cowling for audio engineering the show. Until next time.